Walter White has stopped making the best meth in town and is now an undercover cop trying to take down Pablo Escobar. The Infiltrator is directed by Brad Furman, a pretty good director. He made a movie I really liked, The Lincoln Lawyer, and it stars Walter White himself, Bryan Cranston, along with John Leguizamo's in there, along with Diane Kruger. This is a true life story of this man who went undercover to get Pablo Escobar. He was a huge money launderer and drug dealer and all this stuff, and Bryan Cranston is undercover along with John Leguizamo. They're trying to infiltrate into this thing so that they can make friends and then cause what ended up being one of the biggest drug busts in history. This movie I was actually pretty excited to see because obviously I'm a huge fan of Bryan Cranston. He's so good in everything that he does, and I look forward to every movie that he's in, you know? And so I was excited to see this movie. The trailers got me intrigued. I don't really know much about this story per se, but I am a fan of these type of movies, drug movies and all that stuff. This movie had a lot going for it. And right off the bat, I'll say that I really enjoyed watching this movie, mostly because of Bryan Cranston. He was so just emotional and he's so good at playing like this just tough, hardened guy but has emotion behind him. Just so good at just seeming vulnerable along with just seeming so intimidating. And he did such a good job in this movie of playing both sides because he's just a regular guy and he goes home to his family. But he also has to play this hardened guy where you have to be intimidating and you have to make people know that you mean business, you know? So he plays both sides so well. He did a really, really good job in this movie. Along with John Leguizamo, I thought he did really good as this guy that almost enjoys being in this type of role where he gets to just do whatever he wants. But, you know, he's still a good cop and all that. And also Diane Kruger, she did a great job as well. All the acting was really well done. I thought it was nicely directed. I thought the director did a good job of getting the performances out of the actors, and it had a pretty good tone to it. It wasn't all too gritty. It wasn't like so dark and depressing, but it had a good tone to it. I thought the director did a good job. And the soundtrack that they went with, it had some pretty good songs that went along with the tone. Everything, all the elements that went in to make this a good movie, I thought were there. The only thing that I felt wasn't great about this movie was that it was a little bit choppy. The way that they told the story, there's a lot that they were trying to do, and there were some times where I was like really into a moment, I was really getting into the story, but then it would kind of fast forward and have like a choppy, weird way that they would go to the next scene. I felt like a lot of times the movie just didn't flow quite as well as I wished that it would have. There was a lot of confusing parts throughout it. But, I mean, there was a lot of other scenes where it was really intense, really, you were super into everything that was happening and you had no confusion. But then there was other times where it dragged down a little bit. And then other times where it fast forwarded a little bit too fast. I felt like it was a little bit inconsistent with the way, all the way through it. I felt like they could have made it a little bit more of a better flow. But I thought they did a pretty good job with the scenes that were supposed to be really intense. It never quite got as intense as I wanted it to. I wasn't on the edge of my seat at any point, but it was definitely enthralling to watch, and I was interested the whole way through. I enjoyed the performances, I enjoyed the directing, the tone of it all around. It was a little bit choppy, a little bit uneven, I felt, but it was a fun movie to watch. I love learning about these true life stories and all these things. It's not the best mob movie or, undercover cop movie that I've ever seen, but I think it's definitely a movie that if you went to check out, you could enjoy. I'm going to go 3 out of 5 for The Infiltrator. I really liked it. I feel like maybe they were trying to go for an Oscar kind of thing, but then they were like, it's not quite Oscar level, so let's just put it out in the summer. Because otherwise, I feel like if this movie was really, really good, the performances were so good that it could have almost been an Oscar kind of movie, but the overall movie wasn't as good as the performances, so they were like, let's put it out in summertime. This isn't going to be like an Oscar kind of movie. But anyway, it's a good movie, and I hope you guys see it, and you let me know if you like it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this and you want to see more reviews from a guy like me, Tom Waterloo, then please like and share this video, leave a comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.